What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Free Spirit Tarot. This is an unboxing, unveiling, first impression video for the Trisha James Oracle decks. About a month ago, I did the positivity tag with Jack Greenwood. I'll stick it up here in the corner so you can go back and watch that video. And one of the questions in this tag was, what was our unicorn deck? I believe that was it was. And I had Trish James Oracle, her prediction deck, as one of my choices because I didn't want to get them because I thought the decks were going to be too expensive. And then I bought another deck that was like on my list. So I think I had like 4 decks that I wanted to get that I was like not going to get because of the cost. And I ended up buying one, and then I ended up buying more. So this is the unveiling. I'm curious as if I have both decks, because from what I saw on another person's channel, this box here was the box for one of the decks, and I ordered 2. So be curious to see if both of them are in here. It says both are in here. The Clarifier Tarot Oracle and the TGO Prediction Oracle. Snatch that out real quick, make sure my name ain't on it. So this is it. The Trish James Oracle. This is a very beautiful box. Logo and everything. She is a YouTuber. I didn't even realize that she was actually a YouTuber. And she does readings over on her channel. And one of the things that I planned on getting into was how to do case readings, like missing persons or criminal activity or politics. And so she does a lot of that over on her channel. So check out Trish James Oracles. I always say Trisha, pronounce the E, and James with the I, TJO Oracles. Her decks are supposed to be digital art. The image style is something that I'm not really used to, because I call them the big head baby dolls, but I still I was really drawn to her work. And in the VR response, somebody put in the comment section, because I couldn't remember where I initially saw these decks, and they put in the comment section that it was Intuitive Whispers, and I thought maybe it could be because I know Intuitive Whispers does missing persons readings on her channel, and I did happen to see the second one, the Clarifier Oracle, on her channel for sure, but I've since come to learn that she was not the original person that I saw it through. The original person was Maigstr Tarot, Maigstr. I saw the video last year sometime, and I believe that Intuitive Whispers just started buying Trish's decks this year. So I was like, I wasn't sure if that was her, and then her video came across my feed again. She was doing some political commentary. Oh, okay. You are transforming old patterns of your mind, letting go of thoughts you don't need to have around any longer. I wish this was such the case. I am in such a bad headspace right now. Okay, so that's the outside, and then we still have both of the decks here in this packaging here. Okay, gotcha. Love you. Make sure I don't want to tear the decks themselves. I'm trying to cut somewhere where I don't have to cut it good. You'll see both of them. I'm only gonna unbox one. Look at that, the predictions oracle. I'm only gonna unbox one of them, and then I'll do the other one in a separate video. The Case Clarifier Tarot. So this one is definitely an oracle deck, and this one is a tarot. But if I'm not mistaken, this one is tarot and oracle combined. The prediction oracles is 100 cards, as far as I know, and the Case Clarifier is 80, but it's front and back images, so you're really getting 160 images here. Okay, so I'm going to do this one as the Case Clarifier because it is her most recent deck, and It's a limited edition. So once she sells out of these, she is not making any more. I'm gonna see if I could zoom in. I could zoom in, give you hey. Oh, my hands look actually. You got a better look of what these decks look like. Um, I said before in another reading that this style of box was not my favorite. However, this is not one that goes all the way down to the bottom, so it makes it easier for me to maneuver the cards. Boom, out of the deck. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I wouldn't necessarily call this one the big head baby dolls, but I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Something they cute to look at. I just don't never thought that I could read with them. But anywho, this is the Case Clarifier Tarot, and I plan on using these or practicing with these on some of the most popular cases out right now. I will be doing a reading, attempt to do a reading on the Nolan Wells case. I still want to do a reading on Mitch McConnell. I want to do a reading on Nancy Guthrie. I believe that's her first name. And I think I had somebody else that I can't remember who I said I wanted to do a reading on. Oh, one of the people that I've done a case reading on before. I got her permission because it was her brother. It was one of my YouTube family, Phone Jones. Her brother was assassinated a few years ago, and I did a reading for her in regards to his case. And I would like to redo that reading to see how accurate I can that these cards are compared to what I previously gave. What I previously gave, she told me I was pretty spot on with what was going on with that particular case. I have not went back to it, so I don't know if there were new developments after I did my reading. I did a reading on Naya Rivera, the actress, when she had her drowning. A lot of y'all came for me in that reading. But majority of my reading, just about everything I said in that reading was accurate as well. And as I explained, when I do readings like for celebrities or case studies, I'm not trying to convince you to believe like I believe. What I'm doing is telling you what I see in the cards as they're laid before me. So for you to come in here and say, well, you're a liar, doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't mean anything to me because I'm telling you what I see in the cards. I'm not coming off the top of my head about what I think or feel about the situation. I'm telling you what I see in the cards. So I can't be a liar for what I see. And then that's one of the reasons why I'm going through my tarot journey, also explaining how I read cards with intuition. So you can understand how I came up with some of the topics. I'll link that that playlist also to here. But let's get started with this risky situation. Now I'm going to go through the cards first on the tarot side, and then I'll go through on the oracle side, I believe. Let's see if this makes sense to me. So this is the Fool. I don't want to keep picking it up. That's close enough. That is the Fool. In a risky situation, I like the fact that they are leaning into the risky behavior as the Fool's situation. The Magician is full of rituals, spells, it's incantations, and things of that nature. The High Priestess, she is definitely full of secrets. I just said I wasn't gonna pick these cards up here. I ain't picking them up. I have the hiccups, so hopefully that's not picking up on my mic. Mother figure in the Empress. Father figure in the Emperor. I don't necessarily see father figure here. I see gigolo. Same thing with the Empress, I see like a diva type thing, but hey. The Hierophant is authority. Hmm. Temptation being the lovers. The Chariot. So basically, these are just some key phrases to go with the image itself. The Strength card, somebody that is a survivor. I do like that. Not even though there's a lion there, it's not necessarily about the lion. It's about being a survivor. The Hermit card is definitely considered to be a loner. I agree, 100% there. If you don't like the sound of my voice when I'm doing these flip throughs, don't want to hear me talk or discuss it, you can always go through the settings and speed the video up in that way and put me on mute, or just put me on mute, and then that way you can still enjoy the cards themselves while you don't hear me talk. Wheel of Fortune. Justice is a legal case. The Hangman, sacrifice. He's not hanging from anything, child. There's a lot of rope around, but he himself is not hanging. You know what? He should have been hung up by his tie. I would have. The death card. I don't always see the death as an ending, but when using case clarifiers, but being that this is a case clarifier deck, I probably would want to stick to those terminology. Temperance, staying calm in the situation. Again, this is supposed to be digital art. Coercive control. I hate his nipples though. That's the devil. The Tower is turbulence. There's something going on behind her. Those are birds. The birds are falling and the feathers are coming out. I'm assuming they were fighting against these birds up here. The star being hope. The moon is a masked person, someone who's hiding their identity. The sun, exposure. Judgment is the day of reckoning. Closure, the world. I don't relate those two terms together. But again, as far as case clarifying, if I was using it specifically for cases, this could mean the closure of the case. So it kind of like the tarot card has two folds. I could use them as a typical tarot deck, and this will follow the major arcana, or I could use these terminologies right here specifically for the cases in hand. Okay, so now we go on to the Ace of Swords or the Deck of Swords breakthrough. Decisions. Yeah. Three Swords of Separation. That was usually the heartbreak. Somebody was silenced. Four Swords. There was betrayal that happened. Five of Swords. Someone left. They departed the situation. There was deception in this process, in this case. In prison. Somebody needs to be imprisoned. Or maybe they were captive and they themselves were imprisoned. Guilt. Surrender. The Ten of Swords is surrender. Interesting connection. Page of Swords is a confession. So I think that if I use these for case clarifiers, I may just stick to the terms at the bottom. This could have very well just been a simple oracle deck for me. Knight of Swords, premeditated, execution. All right, going on to the cups, emotional motive. So crime of passion, I guess, is what they would consider that. Alibi, friends. Like I said, I went to Trish James' channel once I learned that she had a YouTube channel to see how she read these cards. And she pretty much uses the bottom terminology when she applies them to a case. Regrets. History. I see there's other cards on this card showing the history. Excuse me. Excuse me. Misdirection. Seven of Cups. Walk away. Eight of Cups. Privilege. Family ties. Meaning the case has something to do with family members or family members are involved. Somebody that was vulnerable in a situation. Somebody that was fixated on you, possibly a stalker type situation. Influenced. Queen of Cups. King of Cups being manipulative. So again, I love the gold foil, gold edging. All right, moving on to the Ace of Wands, aggression. Opportunity. Surveillance. Other little cameras are in her hair. One thing that I'm missing from this, because being that this is wands, you don't see any representation of actual wand in the image. So yeah, that would definitely lean me more towards using this specifically for case clarification for wands and not for like a general reading. Five of Wands, argument, recognition, defensive, with the scar over her eyes, fast movement, challenges, burdens, impulsive, recklessness, performer, somebody putting on a show, playing it up for the camera, charisma, they're motivated by money, somebody struck a deal, whether it be in regards to the, not in regards, in regards to the crime itself or what happens in the legal system that a deal was struck. Co-conspirators are involved in this situation. It's Three of Pentacles. Oh, we're in the Pentacles, child. We're in the Pentacles. Greed. Exploitation. Somebody was paid off, honey. Taking time. Are they taking time to gather evidence, or what they taking time for? Expert skills, like expert may need to be called in. Independent, it's the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting, he has bloody knuckles and he has a bloody bruise by his eye. There's blood dripping out on that hand too. Somebody did it by themselves. This is in regards to an inheritance. One of the things that also is throwing me too, although I find this to be cute, this little decor here, it's covering up some of the images, so it makes it look like he's wearing something in his hair, and it's not. It's just that's just how that design. They could have left that design out. A courier, somebody was a bearer of bad news. Somebody that was a bone collector. Somebody just still waiting on somebody to show up with evidence. A debt collector. A handler. I watch too many spy movies. You know, usually have a a spy normally has a handler, somebody telling them what to go do and how to go do it. And they're usually the one that pays them as well. A financier. That's usually the same as the handler. And the handler gets paid, and then they, obsessions. And air travel. And again, this is, whoa, stop. So I have fire and air. Did I miss something? There's fire, there's air, there's no earth. Oh, if I flip them over, bada boom, bada bam. Okay, fire and air. Then we get the elements. So the elements are added into this as well. So hold on. Let's go backwards and flip them. So you got the air on this side, earth, rule cover. We'll do that different. Let me do that different. Because my plan was to just flip the whole deck and it already be flipped over. There we go. So this person was taken or abducted. So like depending on what side you're doing it with, whether it's the tarot side, magician in his ritual, or the oracle side, it's an accident. So when Trish did her readings, I don't think that she didn't shuffle. I think she like did the dishwashing method, and whatever how the cards laid, she just pulled it. I'm gonna have to watch her videos again. There was a fight that happened to see exactly how she's doing this when it's front and back images. How do you decide which side is the one you want to use in the case? Somebody wanted out of the situation and backing out, or I could look and see how Magister Tarot and Two of the Whispers how they read as well to see exactly. I don't think Magister has this deck. She has the Prediction Oracle, but I know Trish has this one to see exactly how did you choose which side to use. Because there's no guidebooks or instructions in the box. I did receive a text message or email immediately after buying the decks. They gave me downloadable PDFs for both decks. So I have that. So I may have to tap into that to find out how do you choose which side to use. Delays and bureaucracy. Covered over or buried. Story changing. See how that little decoration covers up the image itself? I don't like that. Infidelity exposed. cheating. But I do like, some of these are a lot of topics that could come up in an actual case. And this seems more like cases of harm, not necessarily missing persons, but it could possibly be. Sculpatory evidence cleared. An arrest is imminent. They're closing in on whoever the person in the perp is. Leads are exhausted. It's a cold case. I swear, everybody in my family that ever got killed, they always came back. Nobody ever got those cases solved. Not one. Phone activity. Like, I'm right now trying to research. Oh, I could do this with my grandfather, my great grandfather. 1953 homicide in Pulaski, Arkansas. And the case was never solved. Silent cooperation. Somebody's complicit. My battery's dying on my device as well. I got a price on the head. Bounty. Crime scene. Where it happened. Sometimes the where it happened may not be the actual crime scene, but that one. Some dark web. Do or die. Discernment. Discovered. Somebody was found. Disoriented. Confused. Dumping. Disposal. Impeding justice and obstruction. Somebody's in custody. Why she look like a 12-year-old? Family dispute. Oh, it is a child. Okay. They're fighting over the kid. Escalation. Out of control. Whoa, why does this art look so much different than the rest of it? On the run, evade capture. Never realized that the style of art changed. The style of art definitely changed. External environment factor. Fabricated, made up lie or scene. Caregiver. That's creepy looking. False guardian. Long gone, left the area. Now it's back to this style. See those two very distinct styles of art. Very different. Follower or stalker. Fact seeking, gathering proof, information. False facade. Not true face. Their intent is a dangerous female. Setup was framed. Car driver, getaway. Hidden or hiding. Again, switch up again on the type of art. Suggested involvement, implicated. Informant, leaked information. Last breath. Groundwork. Somebody's laying the groundwork. Loose ends. Relocated, moved. A group of people involved, a syndicate. Intelligence, failure to act. Other side, direction or spirit. Job, trade, service. Get off my door. It's my dog. Paid. Participant, a degree of involvement. Periphery, outside the circle. I tell y'all, I couldn't tell you what periphery meant, so I'm assuming it has something to do with being outside of the circle. Pay to view, illicit or maternal. Illicit material, pay to view, not maternal. God, that's shift view, perspective. Another change again. Probe deeper, unasked questions. Repeat offender, past record. See the women. The women has two different styles. The men seem to stick with this uh, very textured design. Very, it's very textured in the image itself. Recorded video. They got video evidence. This is a revenge plot. They planned it too, so it's premeditated revenge. Defensive strike. No relationship. It was done by a total stranger. Drugs or alcohol was involved. You know what I haven't seen? We saw the female that was complicit. I haven't seen a complicit male yet. Potential suspect. Evidence has been disturbed. Tampering. This is a marked person that were targeted. They're going back over their steps. I do that every day, just trying to find my glasses. Something stolen. There was a theft involved. Check the timing, the discrepancy. I don't see that there's kidnapping involved in this either. I don't see missing persons involved in this. Time sensitive. Person is known. Or maybe was there missing? If there was a missing person, I missed it or overlooked it. Secrets are outed or revealed. Unstable. Mentally unhinged. Oh, this is the first guy, first male I seen with the softer textures. Avoiding detection, trying to go unnoticed. An unsafe home. A missing weapon. I still didn't see a missing person at all. Withheld. Witness. There was DNA evidence left behind. Then some yes or no answers. Yes. No. Then here's our water. The water is involved. I mean, they were found in the body of water or they're around the body of water. And then here's our rule cover back to the earth that we picked up here. All right. That is the case Clarifier Tarot. This is our Oracle side. And here we have a tarot side. Trish James Oracle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. The next video will be the Prediction Oracle. So stick around for that one. It'll be coming up shortly. Thank you.